you know, a lot of people are commenting about this, saying that you may have influenced the family. You-
I just got a call from a family in New Haven, a prominent family. Their son's in Italy. He says it's the front page story in Italy. He said, "Hey, I saw Irving on the front page here in Italy." I say, "Wow, you know, what kind of market is that?" Anyway, here's the situation. The thrust of this case is twofold. One is I'm talking about my people. My people, I'm not talking about right here for obvious reasons. It's already been intrusive enough. If you read the internet, if you read my Facebook page, it all blew up with hate. There is so much hate in this world, I'm embarrassed to say it, because there's nothing I'm doing that's hateful. Nothing. Nothing. I'm not going to hurt the state of Connecticut. I'm not going to hurt you. All I'm doing is recognizing a terrible problem. And the terrible problem is that this thing happened. This horror happened. And it happened before. And we all know that it's going to happen again. When? Tomorrow? The next day? It's going to happen again. Now let me finish because this is important. My attitude is, and I looked into this before I pursued this. My attitude is that we can stop some of it. I did a lot of research. I spoke to a lot of ATF, FBI, policemen, retired policemen. A lot of them are in this deep for their whole life, and they say that with good technology and good procedures, this will happen in very, very, very few cases. These individuals who go off, if you will, and go into these schools or movie theaters and cause all this damage can be stopped with good technology, not even necessarily deadly force. They can do it with the right cameras, with the right protection, with the right equipment and stuff like that. And I have it all written out, and eventually I'll put it out there. But the experts know more than me, and they agree. So I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it.
What would you say to the people out there
Yeah.
that are saying Irving Pinksy just wants money? It's all about the money.
Yeah, well, people are always going to say that about everybody. Those same people say it about their mother and their father and their sister when they get a divorce, or when they get an estate. They say, "You're stealing my money. I'm stealing your money." A certain percentage of people in every country in the world have a complaint syndrome, and they follow the money, and they get very, 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 very intense over it. So they can say that. And if, like I said, if you look at my Facebook page and stuff like that, you'll see all these horrible statements about me, horrible. And it hurts to read them. And I'm getting death threats at my office, a lot of them.
What's your intention, though, for this family?
I love this family. I love this family. My intention for this family is twofold. One is to do what they want to do, which is basically stop all this desperate hatred and these desperate shootings.
So you never influenced them. They came to you.
Oh, they came to me. Everybody asked me that. I guess there must be a history of Americans going up and knocking on doors of people they don't know and saying, "Listen, do you want to bring case?" Because if that was the case, there'd be lawyers all over Newtown knocking on every door. Unlike the media, who they want to throw out. I don't know if you've been up there, but they're killing the media who are up there. They hate, "You're only up here for the money. We're suffering." Okay, this is very intense stuff, but I can show you the bullet holes in my building now. All right.
Somebody
shot at my building. I don't know who. I can't say it was this, but I'm getting so many death threats. Within the last week. And the bullet's still in there. We got to pull it out. I could give it to you. You could sell it on eBay. But it's serious stuff. This is crazy. Our children should not be in our schools getting shot up by people who are just so angry at the world. We've got to figure out a way to do it. The equipment exists. The technology exists. We are very smart people, and we're usually very, very sensible, and we're at the top of the list in many things. We are not at the top of the list in school security. And I think it's America with our pride.
Is the lawsuit the answer, though?
Well, do you have a better way? Do you know something? That's a good question. Let's say I go into the governor's office and I say, "Governor, hurry up." He'll hurry up. It'll take him 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, right? We can go in there now. The people who are spending their time hating me or hating people they don't even know, they can focus in the committee. I was going to set up a committee, but I figure independent people should set it up. And independent people will set up a committee saying, "Let's talk the governor into financing a newer, better, even cheaper system for protecting the children in our schools." This is disgusting. We can't have this in America. I apologize if I offended anybody, and I feel terrible for everybody. I feel terrible for our society. It's a terrible thing.
Let me ask you this. Have you ever denied somebody representation in a time of grief?
Yes, I can't. No lawyer can take every case that he wants. No lawyer can push himself. You can't even do that if you had 24
I'm just asking
hours
you
a
because
day.
people are asking us. Do you know?
I'm answering honestly. No one can take every case. You can't do it. It's like asking a carpenter if he ever turned down a job. You can't do it.
No,
It's
but
like,
in this is a very rare circumstance. This is
it's
not
very
something.
rare. It's very rare and it's very special to me. But around the world, around this country, so many people in Columbine, in Virginia Tech, in Texas, the towers, things like this happen a lot, and people take these cases or don't take these cases. But just like a newscaster can only do so many stories in a day, a lawyer can only handle so many
But
cases
you
in a
felt
lifetime.
the need to take this one for obvious reasons. that you
Yeah,
just-
it's a righteous case. Anyone who thinks this isn't a righteous case doesn't know anything about the law and doesn't understand how society has to move towards more safety rather than less safety. America is now at a 40-year low in street crime. 40-year low. It's turned around a lot. Okay, but this kind of crime hasn't plunged. And now we have to plunge this. And the reason why it's at a 40-year low is because of the fact that we've used better technology, ComSat, community policing, better science, and it worked. And we can do this. Who can say we can't do this? We can do it. We're still going to have tragedies, we human beings, but we can do this.
All right, just one last
I
question.
swear,
When
we
will
can
you
do
get an answer? You asked for permission to sue the state. Where does
Right.
this stand?
Well, here's the story for you. I just heard that the Attorney General's office has issued a statement saying that we don't think the state is reasonable and we don't have all our evidence yet. And I just got more evidence in the last couple of days that came to me because people send evidence because we need to try to get it before it disappears. Anyway, so what's going to happen at a certain point is we're going to share evidence and we'll see whether or not there's a case and how that case is applied to this matter. The evidence I get, I'm not going to talk about now because of the fact, the primary reason is because I don't know how good it is. And I remember many times where people went out and said, I have this evidence, and then it turns out it's bogus. So I don't want to say things until I check them out and I'm 99% sure that they're very strong. If it's not strong, I can't use it. It backfires.